Good morning and welcome to our adventure in the Lexus RX 450h Plus. So this is the hybrid, and yes, it's plug-in and it offers phenomenal economy if you keep it charged. Otherwise you'll still get about 42 to the gallon. Where we're heading today is a northern group of motoring writers' car of the year. Lexus. Yeah, the bottom line is you are going to pay, but you get good, reliable, practical. And with this powertrain, it's pretty quick. Believe it or not, it's around 300 horsepower. And yes, it is a behemoth, but it still catapults this to 60 in around 6.5 seconds. And just look at the size of it. It's fully kitted out. Big infotainment screen, electric seats, and that's for the driver and the passenger. And the safety, now this is a clever bit. Even if you go for the Takumi, you'll still get the same safety suite that you get in the premium. Now that's clever. Now that's enough of me wittering on. Time to get behind the wheel and head through to the Coniston Hotel near Skipton. Start your engines. Now if you want to know what's going on with your powertrain, charging and see all manner of features in your vehicle, use this QR code and that'll allow you to download the app. Tells you lots of information including state of charge, shows you if the vehicle's locked and all manner of features. To think we used to operate without apps. Well, we're on our way. It's a refined experience, isn't it?
Oh, you can say that again.
All I can hear is a little bit of tyre noise. Be interesting to see what it sounds like, say 60-70 miles an hour.
Clear on the left. Clear. Clear.
Rapid. So, under the bonnet we've got a 2.5 4-cylinder. This is the plug-in hybrid electric variant. And it's got about 305 horsepower. The thing is, this is a pretty big SUV. But the thing that really grabbed me about it, not just that, is the fact it looks, I suppose it's got car characteristics. The shaping of the bonnet, the styling. Wow, Annabelle, look at the mist and the fun.
Gosh, it's a bit mistoir, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, you can only just see the crack, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, this is the 5th generation of the RX. And it's changed. If you remember the earlier versions, they almost looked minivan, whereas this has, I suppose, evolved into, like I said, a sporty dynamic SUV. If you like this type of video, why not subscribe to the channel? You just hit the button on the right hand side. It's free and you'll get an alert every time we upload. Also, if you do like the video, why not give it a like? It all helps and it means we can get more cars. Thank you. And yes, it can shift, because you've got 305 horses and an electric motor at the front and an electric motor at the rear. It offers all-wheel drive, meaning you can hit 0 to 60 in around 6.5 seconds. And to be honest, I think it's a touch quicker.
I was about to say it feels quicker than that, to be honest. Yeah.
Especially when you hit sport mode, which is just literally not the shifter back. But yes, that is an ECVT. Considering its ride height, it feels very well planted. Lovely suspension, comfortable, pliable, and it seems to be bounce rather than bump. But the other thing is, even doing say 50 miles an hour, the input from the steering is pretty good. Direct, great feedback, and lovely and weighty. But it does lighten up when you do manoeuvres. It's just a really nice SUV. Price, yeah, 68,000.
Well, it is a Lexus.
Exactly. But when you put it into context with other vehicles, especially EVs, hybrids, that kind of thing, then it's about the right price, isn't it? Lexus were always stepped up in price, weren't they? You know, they were, yeah, we're the luxury brand of Toyota, so you will pay more, but you'll get more for it.
Exactly. Well, it's not just comfortable in here, it's stylish too. Everywhere you touch, it's nice and soft. Everything's of good quality. You've got different tactile feels and looks here.
That's
Quite like a brushed metal.
Your if you exceed by 1 mile an hour, it does beep until you drop. But it does get more consistent the faster you go. Sorry for butting in, Annabelle.
It's alright, you were making a point.
Well, you know what these vehicles are like. When they highlight something,
You have to get on
highlight
it straight away. A lovely big infotainment screen. You even got some rotary dials, which is great.
There's quite a few.
Yeah, it's not
Look
all.
at the colour.
Yeah, that's it. It's not all haptic sensors, which is,
No.
you know, that they work and they do make it look really streamlined. But we all love a rotary dial, and it just feels so much safer when you can just turn the knob on and off.
The bottom line is, Lexus know their market.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not buttons, but they are. Look,
Yeah.
the responsiveness.
Sunroof.
I know, that's small, isn't it? I was quite surprised.
It
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
1982.
Whoa! But it does let in a fair amount of light.
Yeah, but the fact that you manually use it,
Yeah.
wow. I like that.
Yeah.
That takes me back to my Ford Orions.
No, it's comfortable, it's stylish. You could go on long journeys in this and know that you could get out feeling refreshed. There's plenty of room. You and I
Well, you've got electric seats, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you can make them, you can even tip up the front of this one.
And you and I have got an armrest that we can share. It's big enough for the both of us.
Cup holders.
Yeah, lovely cup holders that finished really nicely. But you've also got plenty of room in the door pockets as well. No, it's a lovely SUV.
It is. But it's nice to drive as well. It doesn't feel like a big wallowy beast. It does have like a refined driving experience.
Yeah. As you said, it ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't it? So it does give you 3 bongs, and then
I think the way it works is the faster you're going, the more it will boff. Straight, isn't it?
yeah,
I was thinking we're going the 65, aren't we?
yeah.
So we're heading towards Skipton. We're going to the Coniston Hotel. Yeah. ECVT, if you floor it, you will hear the 2.5. But if you pull away, say, sedately, shall we say, you won't hear it at all. 9 times out of 10, it'll pull away in electric. And it does have a true electric mode. And I think it's around 30 miles. Oh, look, the new Caddy.
Oh, a nice colour too.
Okay, now I know what Tunbridge meant. He told me that the Caddy looks different at the back.
It does.
It
doesn't
does.
Yeah, quite a lot.
Ooh! So look at the cluster. Very straightforward. Charge, eco and power. And then you've got your gauges on the right. Yeah, pulls away in electric. Even though it's showing we haven't got an electric range, which means it must put aside a certain amount of battery. And there goes the engine. Oh.
It's so picturesque here, isn't it?
It is. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah. Just gliding through here in an EV mode. It's tranquil.
Believe it or not, the engine's actually running. That's how quiet it is.
Wow.
Safety, lots. Collision mitigation, collision detection, AEB, lane keep assist, lane departure warning. The thing is, it's not invasive. I can feel it going do, but it's only when you start doing, you know, what it classes as dodgy maneuvers that it will start going, actually,
No.
let's hold this down.
Yeah.
For example, reversing before in the drive, there was a couple of shrubs and all of a sudden it came up brake with a big red bar and also activated auto brake.
Well, that's it. You know they're shrubs, but they will always make sure, safety-wise, that the sensors will stop and say no.
Exactly, yeah. That's it. It's better to be safe than sorry than you hit, say, a bollard.
Or a rock underneath a shrub that you weren't aware of.
Ooh, national speed. Nice section of road this as well. I mean, look at these sharp bends, or sweeping bends, with a bit of sharpness. UX trail. Ooh, look at that! Ooh,
Wow.
Was that a Mulsanne?
I think so.
Looking at the cluster now, You can see it's in the eco, we've got charge and we've got power. Now, around this next bend, I'm going to put it in sport, and if we gun it, well, that wasn't really a challenge to overtake, was it?
Not at all, it was very smooth.
Also, it put the power down efficiently. No squirming, it just like... Now it's in the charge section, it goes ooh, like a lilac-y purple. There we go.
Clear on the left.
Thank you. You push right and pull back, and then it goes back into drive. It certainly seems a fast section of road. No, considering its size, it's quite nimble, quite agile. But we can't do too much of that because Annabelle's in the cupboard.
Sorry,
Apologies.
guys.
The thing is, it can shift on the back road.
Yeah, it can.
Oh dear. Now I've given the Mondeo the wrong idea. Really. Oh, it's... yeah. Pulls its own well. Hills? What are they? The eCVT works exceptionally well. The thing is, that's what we see from eCVTs. They're a long stretch from classic CVTs, which were a lot of noise and no go. These, they can put power down efficiently, but they can also do it progressively. But I mean, the kick down. Considering its size, it just doesn't feel that big. It's a bit like iX in that way. It was a massive SUV, but when you drove it, it had a refined driving experience and it felt more like a mid-size SUV rather than the behemoth, if that makes sense. Lexus! Ooh. Nothing like Baby D, let me be your fantasy. Okay, let's see what a launch is like. Onto the 65. This is a nightmare at the best of times. It's a very fast road.
Clear on the left.
They're on the left.
Completely.
And no wheel spin. Wow. Yeah, that can launch. Impressive.
That was a very smooth acceleration even in sport, wasn't it? It wasn't...
But it was progressive.
Yeah.
You could feel the power, but it wasn't...
It wasn't raucous, it was
No.
just there.
Yeah.
Like a tamed beast. Ready to unleash if you needed it.
Yeah, but I did floor it.
You
and
did, but it was a smooth power
controlled the
down.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to know you've got the power if you need it.
Yeah, plus it's a Devil's Bridge road, isn't it? So it's just full of bikers.
Luckily, I think we've come early enough that we've kind of missed a glut of them.
We've seen about 3 or 4 so far.
Yeah, but they haven't been in a pack. There's just been the odd one, yeah.
Have you noticed that everything is in easy reach of the driver? I do like cockpits like that, and it is slightly angled towards me, so that's nice. So we've got 386 miles of range. Currently, we're getting 39.8 mpg. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
The thing is, this boasts well into hundreds when you start using the electric powertrain alongside the petrol, but because it's showing we've got no EV miles, I don't think 40 is bad, and it is going up.
Gotta love hybrids, best of both.
Yeah, that's it. They're the perfect stepping stone, aren't they? If you're going to head towards an EV eventually. Chimney! Some lovely twisties. This is the perfect time to talk about body roll, or the lack thereof. So yes, it is a big SUV, so you expect it to be lumbering all over the shop. But the truth is, the suspension setup on this, it allows for comfort, but doesn't add excessive body roll, which is, I suppose it's the perfect combination, isn't it? Because it means that the driver and the passengers get a lovely, comfortable ride, but at the same time, they're not listing like a boat round corners.
Yeah,
They're not
wallowing
listing
at all.
like a boat, exactly, yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a beast in terms of size and presence on the road.
Yeah. Raised position, big windscreen, but it's still sloped, so it gives it a sporty look. Just felt lane keep assist then. Grips for England, quite literally. Cheese!
Grommet. Cheese.
Oh, interesting. The vehicle slowed itself then. So it's similar to the system that we've seen in BMW and Audi. Good
Nice
to know.
safety, yeah. That was a heck of a pothole.
I need to stress this is not in adaptive. So that's just not normal driving mode. You're seeing it more and more, especially in premium brands.
Yeah.
The road markings, lovely. Okay. I think it's open. Lovely stretch of road. It's like something off Gran Turismo back in the day. Ooh, I can feel the car dabbing off the speed, anticipating the bend in front. Intelligent vehicle, this. Yes, I like a good old Lexus. Back in the day, I used to like the big saloons with the gold badges on. It was stood out. It was JDM at a new level. Okay, this is the perfect time to charge it. I'm going to see how long it takes going up and down these little hills to charge. So you can see at the top right, the cluster, that little green light means it's on charge mode. Still not put a mile on. Let's look into that. It's only when you look in the mirrors that you think, oh, this is a bit big, a bit long. It's also quite flared at the back over the rear haunches. It's a nice looking SUV. Okay, let's try adaptive cruise mode. Pay attention to other vehicles. I will. Add. It's that simple. Interesting. Scrubs a bit of power off. Scrubs a bit of speed off when cornering. Yeah, you literally just press this button. Gives you a quick warning and then it activates it regardless, which is nice. You've got your lane keep assist on the steering wheel and you can change the distance between the vehicle in front, etc. It's a rather responsive system. You can choose whether you want it to accelerate hard when it pulls out or medium, etc. So the fact that you've got that functionality to refine your adaptive cruise, yeah, I like that. Just increased it to 2.6 mile kilowatt hour. 2.8. No, it's far more efficient with battery in the system being taken into account. 2.9. We're in auto and EV/HV. So you've got the electric mode and the hybrid mode, and it will seamlessly transition from one to the other. And then I presume at certain speeds it will kick in the engine as well. So we're now at 3 mile kilowatt hour.
That is going up really quickly, isn't it?
It is. It's now 47.5 mpg, so it's increasing. 48.2.
Wow.
So now it's starting to do what I thought it would do. We're travelling at 30 miles an hour. 0.1 mile kilowatt hour. Still pulls. Seamless transition. Now, is that? Yes, that's a classic Lexus.
Oh.
Look at that. I was hoping to see one of those. And I think that's a Lexus in front as well. Yeah, economy's kind of gone out the window. I'm going hunting for Lexuses. So yeah, I am trying to work out how it will display 200 mile mpg. We're just under 50, so it's certainly increasing. Transitions, it's in EV now and back into hybrid and EV again. Could you tell?
No. Smooth. It was very, very smoothly done.
Yeah, that might get on your wick. I was 21 in a 20, so that's within the threshold. Likelihood is there's probably a setting in there. Mind you, it's Overwatch, so
It's only going to help you, really, isn't it?
as I say, like any vehicle like this, we just leave those kind of things on. It's a lovely experience cruising through these little villages, isn't it?
Really makes it for a fine journey. Yes.
So, update on MPG, we're over the 50 mark now. We've managed to increase economy around 14 MPG. The other thing is, when it drops into EV mode, the range doesn't seem to drop. So even if you do 1 or 2 miles, it doesn't reflect in that reading. To get the economy up, yeah, it's quite easy. I'm yet to see any triple figures, but as I said, we've only driven it a short distance. But the experience, the feeling it gives you, the tech, the practicality. Like I mentioned, yes, you do pay for it, but it's Lexus. It's going to last forever.
Well, that's it. You get what you pay for with Lexus, don't you?
You do, yeah. I mean, just look how it's spec'd. Which do you choose? The Lexus 450h, the prototype Kia EV6 GT, or the MG4 X-Power? Well, there we go. And we've got lightning. Thunderstorms coming in from the left-hand side, haven't we, Annabelle?
We have, yes.
When it comes to the Lexus, it's fantastic. ECVT 2.5, I'd assume Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine, and it just works seamlessly together, doesn't it?
It is an absolutely beautiful, comfortable, luxurious SUV.
It is, and it's big.
But it handles so well. It's
Yeah,
nimble,
yeah,
it's agile.
I know it's good.
Yeah.
It's the thing is, it'll last you forever as well, because it's the Lexus. It's just, you will pay for it. To be honest, it's worth the money.
It's one of those where you do get what you pay for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But you always have with Lexus. Now, these are what you call LED lights. So you've got your high beam assist. I don't know if they're adaptive, so we'll wait until we see something. But look at the throw. And low beam's not bad either. But full beam, you can see for literally miles. Such an easy vehicle to drive, this, isn't it?
It is a joy to drive, yeah.
Especially after the vehicles are driven today.
Oh, that was some lightning there.
500 horses, 600 horses. This, it's like a rather modest 300 horses. Never thought I'd say that.
Modest 300. That was supposed to be scary, not stupidly funny.
I was going to say.
Oh, this is a hell of a fog pocket, isn't it?
Pog pocket. Stone boxes. It's a stone box.
A box made out of stone, obviously.
Ah, yeah, similar to dormouses.
Mouses who live in a door.
Well, mouse is made of door.
No, mouses who live in a door.
Dormouse. To be honest, the lights are doing a good job cutting through it. I feel
Sorry.
like driving Miss Daisy.
Slow down, you lunatic. I don't think
was
Jessica
very
Tandy
Western.
sounded like that, but you never know.
Jessica Tandy Superstores. Is that frost?
No. It's 20 degrees
So
outside.
what's the... Oh, it might be the light. Oh, it's LED lights, isn't it? Yeah, of course.
Frost. What you want?
Oh, jumping jack. He's also a DJ as well as a detective. Oh my word. Okay, so this is peaceful.
That's pure jibber jabber, man. Pure jibber jabber.
It looks like there's
It's lifted
like
now.
a ceiling,
Yes, it's a fog bank ceiling.
fog bank ceiling.
Fog ceiling.
Fog.
Ceiling fog.
Frog,
Fog.
yeah.
Fog.
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 So this is duck. Sorry, Gressingham.
But
And
it's,
there's
but
a
it isn't
smiley.
though.
Hello.
Hello.
There's a smiley.
Hello. Sorry, I wasn't quite right, but never mind.
Never mind.
I think it's because I'm yawning. It's making my nose run.
My How's it going?
I don't know, but it needs to come back now.
Where's the Ganux the gun up there? So yeah, Joypod. I was
Don't go up there.
No, it's not that. I saw that, I thought it was a car, and then I thought, wow, was that Morris Minor? And it makes sense because it was somebody's porch light.
Ah.
This is a
There you
really
go, it worked.
good time to thank you. What?
Just go because it's green.
Well, it clearly isn't. It's a joy to drive. Corners with ease, has decent power, very practical, lots of tech. It's just a seamless system. Economy, anything from what we're getting now. 53.6 to the gallon.
Oh, that's gone up.
Yeah, that's gone up immensely, especially when you think, I think it was about 40 on the way, wasn't it?
Yeah, when I got in it was 45. I got it up to 46.6.
Oh yeah, you've been driving it. That's let me wonder. The other thing is, it's technically got no electric range, which means it won't be as economical as it could be. If it's anything like the MGHS FEV, we were getting, what was it, 135 miles, and we got something very similar in a Peugeot hybrid as well. And I think that was close to 153 mpg. So the fact that this is doing it on very base level electric with a 2.54 cylinder, yeah, I'm impressed. 53 miles per gallon. That is, yeah, nice.
One thing we did notice that was quite peculiar, reverse is forwards.
Yeah, which is, yeah, it's very, very strange when you go from sport into drive, because you expect to be going forwards and you don't.
Yeah.
You pull it back.
Yes.
And getting your head around that is a bit, we're all mega tired.
Very mega tired.
Mega tired. So, yes, the gibbering commence. So we're in Melling, and yeah, well, we're in Melling. Don't know what else to say, to be honest. That's, it's been an eventful drive home. We are both absolutely exhausted, but we've driven so many cars today, so it's not really surprising. Plus the fog has made it, well, as if Annabelle looks forward, this is what it looks like a couple of miles from the house. And this has been pretty much all the way back.
Fog.
Yeah, frog indeed. Fog, sorry. It's not skipped a beat, has it?
No, not at all. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. And on that note, ta-ta.